Hello, everybody, and welcome to a vintage cube draft here on the channel. I apologize that the pack is so low, but on time, but MTG Online crashed. So, yeah, Gaia's Cradle is a tempting card. There's also Preordain, and those are really the main two I'm thinking of. Gaia's Cradle is great if you want to go for an Elves strategy. Preordain is great for just any blue deck. I think I'm going to start with the Gaia's Cradle because it's so irreplaceable for the strategies that want it. But Preordain is a fine second pick. Urza is also just a powerful card. So, pack 2, the immediate cards that jump out to me are Arbor Elf, which would go with my Gaia's Cradle strategy. Unfortunately, Gaia's Cradle is not a force, so you can't untap it with the Elf. So I'm going to hover the Elf for now. There's also Sulfuric Vortex, which is great for mono-red strategies. There's Karn, which is a good ramp card. There is Duretti, which is just strong. Spell Pierce for interaction. If I had started with Preordain, taking Spell Pierce might be a better option. But for now, I think I'm just going to take Arbor Elf, stick with my current plan. Okay, pack 3, there's an Avenger of Zendikar. There is Sakura Tribe Elder as another ramp card. There's Goblin Guide as a aggressive card, which usually comes around. Iona as Reanimator. Tasteful Image is just a good card. Stomping Ground can be used for mana, and you can untap it with Arbor Elf. Urza Saga does some good stuff. Wasteland does some good stuff. I think I'm just going to take the Sakura Tribe Elder. I don't want the Ulamog yet. I'm just going to keep taking early ramp cards and see where it leads me. Okay. So there's not really any cheap green cards here. So, I mean, Life from the Loam isn't really what I'm doing with this start. But I can transition. Sakura Tribe Elder can just be a card that goes into any deck. Gideon is fine to ramp into. Inquisition sometimes okay. Tamia Completed. Not really the greatest here. I could take like Thespian State. I think I'm just going to take Life from the Loam. Maybe I'll get some fetch lands and this could be okay. There's nothing really drawing me into another color here. None of these cards are insane. Inquisition's fine, but we're just going to take Life from the Loam. And now there is Ancient Tomb. There is Knight of the Reliquary, which is actually kind of a cute combo with Life from the Loam. You can sack the lands and then get them back. Metalworker. Ancient Tomb is just a good card. Or at least a powerful card. It's not always good in your deck. If you have a lot of colored symbols, it's not as good. Don't like Eureka. Woe Strider, Lingering Souls is fine. Knight of the Reliquary is interesting. It's between that and Ancient Tomb, I think. Yeah. Tough pick. I think I'm just going to take Ancient Tomb, stick to this kind of mono-green lifestyle for now. Now there's a Nissa. And then the other option is like Zeator's Proving Ground, Dark Confidant. I'll just take the Nissa for now. Whew, sorry about that. I had to go close a door. And then coming back to my chair, I almost fell over. Okay, who's in my pod? Anyone I know? Nope. No one I recognize, but maybe you'll recognize your own username there. But yeah. They changed the interface on MTGO a while back, which makes it kind of like it feels strange to me sometimes. I don't even know how to close this window. It's stuck. Oh my gosh, does it not go away? What a weird program. There we go. Okay. So, Marshlands could be a fetch land for me. There's also Acidic Slime. There is Botanical Sanctum. If I wanted to go into blue a little bit. I think here it's between the fetch land, which could potentially be useful, and Acidic Slime. I think I'm going to take the Slime. Getting one of these out early to blow up one of their lands or a key artifact can be great. So we're going to take that. Okay, so we got the slime. Aura shards. That's a crazy sideboard card. Regrowth isn't that good. There's Mizium Mortars, there's Ophiomancer. We just kind of know that we're green. Green-white is fine. I don't think we want the Spellbinder, though. Maybe Aura Shards is fine against some decks. I don't really like Port. I'm just going to keep taking the green cards, I guess. Now I'll take Maelstrom Pulse over the Divining Top. Gargaroth over Escape to the Wilds, just having a mono green card. I'm not sure if green is open, but I'm not sure what else is open. Vintage Cube is hard to draft because every card is just insane. Like, a lot of these cards would just be the best card in their respective formats. Like, Gargaroth was the best card in M21. Take Avenger of Zendikar. Now it's just like, we just want the 1-mana elves and stuff, which are probably getting snapped up by someone. But yeah, we are off to an okay start, I'd say, at least. Sure, we'll take this thing. Eureka versus Metalworker. Sure, we'll take Eureka. It's not particularly great. After pack 1, we have decent number of playables. Nothing too powerful. We have the Cradle, but we don't have a good Cradle deck. Maybe I should have taken something like Preordain first. Left myself a little bit more flexible. Ramina Excavator is pretty good in some decks. There's Brainstorm. Swift Reconfiguration is like removal. Survival is like a way to tutor for what I need. I think here it's between the Horizon Canopy and the Ramanap Excavator. I don't currently have good synergy with the Excavator, so I'm just going to take the Canopy. Give myself a land that I can sacrifice later. And now we take Llanowar Elves. I would love a Hydroid Krasis or a top-end card, but we need the Elves if we're going to build the Gaia's Cradle strategy. And so that works out pretty nicely. Off to a good start in pack 2. If we had like 6 Elves at the end, that would be really good. We'll just see what we can do. Regrowth isn't that good for me. Life from the Loam doesn't do anything right now. This is pretty nice. Holder's pretty nice. Okay, there is Cultivate. There's also Emrakul, the Promised End, which is quite powerful. There's also Waterlogged Grove. Maybe I just want the Waterlogged Grove. Give myself an extra land that cycles. It's like a Canopy and the Grove. Cultivate doesn't seem that good unless I have like a bunch of elves to cast it on turn 2 reliably. I can cast it on turn 2 some of the time, but for now I'm just going to take the Grove. And then we'll see if we can get other green accelerants. I mean, Cultivate is just not the best one. If you're only playing one color, Cultivate doesn't really do a ton because you don't care about the fixing aspect. Exploration does some cool stuff, especially if you have like Ramanap Excavator and a fetch land. Play an additional land. Grim Monolith is really nice for ramping out stuff though. GTA is nice. Mind Twist can be good. GTA is really good against my deck. There's also Devoted Druid. Fable the Mirror Breaker made it in. Neat. I don't think Exploration is good in my current deck. Grim Monolith, also, like, not the best in my current deck. but it's between that and the Devoted Druid. I think I'm just take the Druid because it plays well with the Gaia's Cradle over the Jite. Noble Hierarch, exactly what we're looking for here. More 1-mana elves over Plow Under. This pack has been really good for us because we've gotten a lot of the accelerants, and the expensive cards are kind of a dime a dozen. You can get like a bunch of different expensive cards and have them be good, but if you don't have the cheap 1-mana plays, you're going to be in trouble. Okay, Nissa, really nice card. Really good for a mono green deck. There's also Green Sun Zenith, which is also nice. Scarab God is great. Ragavan, Old Border. Green Sun Zenith is interesting because you can get like Avenger of Zendikar or your Gargaroth or whatever, but Nissa is just exactly what you want to ramp into. Jiraga Tree Speaker is excellent. Neat. Throw Dynamo, cool. Playing this, leveling it up, and then tapping for 2 to cast a 2-drop is really good. So we've kind of really come online in Pack 2. I guess we got rewarded for Pack 1 where we just took all of the green cards, like even the bad ones like Regrowth. So the person next to us, it was very hard for them to get into green. It wouldn't have been impossible maybe if they had opened like a crazy good green card that they really wanted. But pretty good here. Man, I love Mirari's Wake. Huntmaster's also fine, I guess. I don't really want to have to bother with splashing, so I'm just going to take another top-end card. But I will say, I mean, this is kind of like Grave Titan in many ways. Except it has to be night for it to make more stuff. I do like Mirari's Wake, but we already have Nitsa for that role. We have 16 cards total. We could always play this Regrowth. We got our good mix of early game, 6 early game cards, 5 late game cards, and Nissa to bridge the gap. Acidic Slime is not really late game, but it does give us some nice answers to whatever we need answering. I don't remember how I closed things when I used to be able to open up a preview window for cards, but I think you have to do that from like general settings now. You also used to be able to slide this up and down. Oh, you still can. Interesting. Card size. Nice. Ooh, the Excavator came back. That's great. We will play it because it's a good synergy with the Grove and the Canopy. And that's pretty much exactly why we didn't take it before, was because we didn't have synergies, but now we have 2 synergy pieces. And if we get a fetch land, it's even better. I'll take the Planeswalker. This is like the green version of Gideon Ally of Zendikar. So rounding off the pack quite nicely. Wheeling Ramunap Excavator is a good sign. If we get Strip Mine, we could even go for the Life from the Loam combo. Explore is not going to wheel, I doubt, but with 2 synergy pieces, Ramunap Excavator still becomes playable, I think. And it just gives us more reasonable stuff to do. Ooh, Cultivate came back. Nice. Like, I'll still play it, and especially now. Oh my gosh, Exploration came back. That's huge. I do think Kitchen Finks is a fine sideboard card, but Exploration is like a potential combo piece with Ramunap Excavator. And Plow Under. Nice. Lucrino is not really my favorite card. Someone's getting a last pick Scarab God? That's crazy. Kitchen Finks might have been a better pick than Exploration, but Exploration has high upside. Because if I'm against an aggro deck, Kitchen Finks is really like the best thing to be doing. But Exploration can do some crazy stuff with Ramunap Excavator. If I can get a fetch land, maybe Crucible of Worlds. Yeah, I kind of think I should have taken Kitchen Finks, though. I'm just, like, seeing the Matrix because I got both of these cards to wheel, so maybe nobody else is going for that strategy. Okay, so this is clearly a Soul Ring, just best card. Soul Ring, easy pick. If I wasn't taking Soul Ring, it becomes really close between Oracle of Moldiah and Verdant Catacombs. Verdant Catacombs is super good with Ramanap Excavator, but I think Oracle of Moldiah is just better, so I think I would end up taking the Oracle. But Soul Ring is the easy pick here, and then hopefully we can either wheel. I don't think we're going to wheel Boseiju, or the Catacombs, or the Woodfall Primus, or the Oracle, but maybe there's not enough green drafters so they can't take all of the cards that I want out of this pack. Library of Alexandria, or Birds of Paradise, or Crater of Behemoth. Jeez. I need to close that door. Me closing doors is going to become a meme if I'm not careful. Okay, Crater of Behemoth is kind of like the card you want in your mono green deck. The finisher with all the elves. I have 12 creatures, a bunch of elves. I don't have any way to fetch it up, though. Birds of Paradise is just kind of exactly what you like a lot of the time. Library of Alexandria is worse in this deck than any other deck, pretty much, because on turn 1, I don't really want to be librarying. I want to be playing one of my elves or my Soul Ring or something, so normally this would be a consideration, but Craterhoof Behemoth and Birds of Paradise are kind of the only two that I'm thinking about now. And I think Craterhoof is just so much more unique than Birds. I have 1, 2, 3, like 4, 5 1-mana accelerants, but Craterhoof is like the ultimate win con. Nothing can convince me not to take Elvish Mystic here. So we are going to take it. Sylvan Caryatid. More ramp. There is Jetmir's Garden, which technically is a cycling land for my deck, but I'm just going to take the ramp. And then Thragtusk, I think I'll take over Simic Signet. Mostly because Thragtusk is just a top-end card I can play. I could play it in the main deck, or I could side it in, and it's kind of like the Kitchen Finks roll. Okay, Augur of Autumn. I can play lands from the top. That's pretty nice with Exploration. It's also Dark Depths. Interesting. Not like I can play Dark Depths, but it's interesting to see that there was that combo. Unlicensed Hearse is a fine sideboard option. There's also Hornet Queen, which I'll play in the main deck. So we have 28 cards here, plus these 4 lands, plus a Soul Ring, plus a bunch of 1-mana accelerants. So I think we could just play this main deck. We could even play Life from the Loam or Regrowth. Or just cut one of these like 5 or 6 drops. Okay, Whisperwood Elemental is a card I actually kind of like. Yeah, we're not really an Oath of Druids deck. Wow, it all came back. Boseiju came back, and Oracle of Moldiah. We're taking the Oracle. Woodfall Primus as well, so crazy. So we can start cutting some of these top-end cards. We can cut the, like, Tovolar's Huntmaster, probably. Do we want to cut Tovolar's Huntmaster? I mean, probably going to cut Exploration. Probably going to cut Ramanap Excavator because we didn't really get any fetch lands to synergize with it. So it's 28. Yeah, -4 for lands. So that gives us 24. 24 lands seems fine here. Because I have so many mana creatures that I'm going to flood out if I don't keep at least some spells. Take Knight of Autumn, even though I can't really play it. Like, I could eventually just slot in 1 Plains, but I don't think I need that. I have Acidic Slime for that job. I forget what I took over the Green Sun Zenith right now. I think it was something good, though. Like, it was like either a 1-drop or a, like, Nissa Who Shakes the World or something. But Green Sun Zenith would be nice to give me an extra backup copy of, like, Thragtusk and Acidic Slime and Craterhoof Behemoth and stuff. Those tutor effects can be nice. Scavenging Ooze is a good sideboard card at the very least. Potentially even main deckable. Nurturing Peatland is another land I can sacrifice to draw a card. Oh, that's interesting. I'd rather have the Graveyard Hate in my sideboard. I already have 2 lands I can sack to draw a card. And I think that is enough. Because otherwise I'm going to have a hand that has like 3 of them, and I'm just pay like 10 life over the course of the game. And having a good sideboard card is important, especially for anti-graveyard, which I currently have nothing for. So that at least gives me a chance against Reanimator. Okay, I don't want any of the cards that are in my sideboard, so let's see what we want to cut. Could play 17 lands, or we could just play 16, because we do have the 2 canopies. So like if we count these as lands, we could just cut one of these top-end cards, like Gargaroth, or something like that. Gargaroth just destroys aggro decks, though. You could cut Garruk or something. I think we're just going to run it like this, though. We have plenty of mana, I think. Basic lands, 12 forests, and Bob is your uncle. This is our deck. We can make changes, but there's not like a ton of options anyway. The only real option is like whether to play this in the main deck or something. But I think we're in a good spot, and I will see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to shout out all of the patrons who support my work at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If my videos have provided you with some value and you'd like to help me make more of them, you can do so via Patreon with a small monthly pledge. Even $1 a month does go a long way, and patrons gain access to exclusive bonus content and rewards as my way of saying thank you for the support. You can find more information at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, linked in the description down below. But without further ado, let's get to the matches. Welcome to round 1. We have won the die roll. We will go first, and we have a keeper here. Great hand. Turn 1 Noble Hierarch, turn 2 Cultivate, turn 3 Garruk. And we even have a land that we can sacrifice. So off to a good start here. We'll see what we're up against. Our deck is fairly straightforward. We don't have any really interaction. Not a ton of like depth of difficulty here. And then next turn we'll have 5 mana. So we can cast Garruk. Start making 2/2s. And then we'll start on the like waterlogged grove. Oh, the Tri-land. Love to see it. Zagoth Triome. These arts are kind of weird and hard to follow sometimes, though. Opponent in the tank. This is one of the tough parts about Magic Online, is opponents sometimes take a while. Oh, they're ramping. Ooh, so if we can Garruk to kill their guy, oh, that's huge. And we'll even transform our Garruk. So we can sack a creature to put a creature in my hand. So we can get like Craterhoof. Or we can just build up to the creatures give... Oh, no, because we don't have a ton of creatures in the graveyard. We can just start making Death Touchers, though. This is not an elf, right? No, it's a human. Human. Sure. We could use this Garruk to get an Acidic Slime. Ooh, that's better, though. Ooh, 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 ooh. So now we have... What could we go get that we can cast for 4 mana? We have Oracle in the deck. I should just have the full deck list, but it's good to practice memorizing these things anyway. I have Avengers Zendikar. I have... Yeah, I'm not going to get anything this turn. I'm just going to make a wolf. So we will pay green to play Sakura Tribe Elder. And that way we can have a shuffle effect for our Oracle. So our opponent knows we have Acidic Slime coming. And we can sacrifice our wolf token to get a creature, which I'm not sure if Craterhoof Behemoth is something we can cast right now. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we can certainly cast it. We could even sacrifice Sakura Tribe Elder to the Garruk, because we don't really need a land. Okay, what are they casting? Ashiok. Okay. Not really what you were hoping for, was it, opponent? I think they're dead, though. I believe they are dead. They are 100%, million% dead. Okay. Nice. So they have Ashiok, they got Nissa, they have Elvish Reclaimer. So they might have some sort of like Strip Mine combo. Nothing too extreme that I've seen yet to make me want to sideboard anything. Our deck is pretty good. We had a really good pack 2. Pack 1 was kind of like a setup pack where we kind of were like, okay, we're going to go green. And then pack 2 was really where we got going. And then pack 3, we got a ton of good cards. Because it felt like we kind of cut everyone out of the deck, maybe. We will keep this. On the draw, we could just draw a land in our first 2 draw steps. We also have a million mana dorks, so we can cast our stuff. If we draw Gaia's Cradle, it's just insane. Okay, we are probably going to lose this game then. That card is unbeatable for our deck. Pretty much. Wow, they actually have a really good Ren and 6 deck. Yeah, I'm going to have to be on the play game 3. Okay. Okay, I will bring in Scavenging Ooze, because getting rid of their fetch lands is good against Ren and 6. Getting rid of Uro is nice. Oh, I needed a land. If I can hit a land to cast Whisperwood Elemental, maybe I can be in this. But I think I'm just toast. Oh, man. It's how it goes in Vintage Cube. Sometimes you do it to your opponent, sometimes they do it to you. If I could have jammed Garruk there instead of having to play my 2 elves. Sure. Yikes. Shall concede the game to save everybody the pain. And then I shall bring in Scavenging Ooze. Do I have any big 1 toughness creatures? No. I guess I can cut... Hornet Queen? I'm not going to cut any of my cheap guys. Could cut Whisperwood. Could cut Elder Gargaroth. Yeah, I'll cut Elder Gargaroth. I feel like the sort of deck that would have answers. Thragtusk could also be a cut. Because they're not pressuring my life total. Okay, I didn't do it in time. Yeah, we're going to keep this. You kind of have to keep these hands. Again, if I had sideboarded better and I had the Elder Gargaroth right now, I'd be a little bit happier. Here's hoping they don't have Ren in 6, and then I draw good stuff. Gosh, if I had... Oh, man. If I'd hit that submit button slightly quicker. Okay, they do not have Ren in 6. Play around days. If they have a sweeper, we're in good shape anyway. Whisperwood was a very good draw there. So yeah, we basically did to our opponent this game what they did to us last game, where they just take over because they have a good hand. I guess our deck kind of just did its whole thing and they didn't cast a single relevant spell. They could still win. But it would take 2 sweepers in a row, I think. Okay. That's kind of brutal. Wow, that is pretty brutal. Target with spell or ability. Unfortunately, I don't have any abilities to target it with. Maybe we'll attack them for 5. Yeah, if this was a Gargaroth, I think I'd be in great shape here. As it is, I'm in bad shape. Oh, I accidentally... I was going to add level counters to this. Not the end of the world. I meant to remove the damage stop. Nice. Attack for 6. Yeah, this is tough. They don't have black mana yet. But I wish I had a Gargaroth. Oh well. They are at 12, and I have a pretty commanding board state. I can just start attacking all out. They'll get to eat an elf, and they'll take 2, 4, 6, 11. Actually, they won't even get to eat an elf because this will have 5 counters on it. Manifest token is probably a land, if I'm being honest. Dark Depths. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-O. Oh, that's a good draw. This is what I was hoping they would do. Put their tap land and their only green sources onto the top of their deck. Oh no, that's tough. That is unfortunate. Oh no, this only makes this a 1/4. It just gives them all the ability. They had to pay a life though, I think. No, they did not. Of course they didn't. That's so unfortunate. Curses. Well, that would have locked up the game. Now they have 6 cards and a dream. I've got some active draws, some not so good draws. Okay. They pretty much have to chump. Yep. Unfortunately, I drew my only 0 power creature in the deck. So I still don't kill them here, which is kind of unlucky, to be honest. Is this the only 0 power creature I have left in the deck? Probably. It does tap for 2 mana, though. Sure. So I have 2 options here. One, I could just attack with the beast token, make them chump, and I'll keep my beast. Second, I just try to win. I was going to say, I was probably going to attack all anyway, just to put them to 1 and have 3 lethal threats. /4, because Noble Hierarch is lethal, kind of. If I don't have any other thing. Boom, got the match win. Wasn't always pretty, but Thragtusk was good enough in the end to get the job done. I'll see you folks in the next round. Welcome to round 2. We have lost the die roll and we have to mulligan because we only have 1 land here. And we will keep this, but not be that happy about it currently. We'll keep the forest. I mean, we'll get rid of the forest, I think. Maybe if we get rid of Thragtusk. I think that's a little bit too much. Oh dear. Mono red, is it? Ragavan. I think we just have to let them hit us. We do not have a choice on whether they hit us, I guess. Our best hope is that Goblin Guide shall save us. Yes. Thank you, Goblin Guide. No! Killed by our own elf. A betrayal. Oh, they don't want to cast it. Interesting. So we're going to hope that a turn 4 Thragtusk is enough, which it almost definitely isn't. The Rebel Master. Because Rebel Master hits like a truck. This would be a good matchup for Kitchen Finks. I'm just going to scoop, save everyone some time there. The Chain Lightning really devastated me. My hand was slow to begin with. My only option is whether to bring in Scavenging Ooze. I think I will, because any life gain is good life gain. And then I will cut... What's a card that's very slow and just doesn't do what you need it to do? And this kind of does it, but it also has some life gain attached. If I just jam a Thragtusk or Gargaroth, I'm probably going to win. I'm just going to cut Plow under. Does. Even though that can be really good to make him draw a couple lands. Oh, this is a good hand. This is a good hand on the play. If they don't kill my Hierarch, that is, which they can do. This isn't as good as this would be if this was ramp. I kept the slime in case they had a... Just going to play the Arbor Elf. This way I could potentially play the Gargaroth next turn. And Nissa doesn't do a ton right now for me, because I already have a land for next turn. Giving myself the upside of casting Gargaroth is just nice. Goblin Guide. Chain Lightning. Nice. Oh, they don't have Chain Lightning. Ragavan? Grim Lavamancer. Sure. So my plan worked perfectly. And I don't really know how they're going to beat that. Turn 3 on the play, Gargaroth is pretty unbeatable. Let's just say that. And now I get to slime something. If they don't have a land, I just slime a land. They have land. I still can slime land. And they concede. Okay. Game 3. Kind of in a similar boat here. I imagine Eureka's potentially good. Just because I kind of need a YOLO win this. And then what do I cut? I mean, Oracle is so slow on the draw. Eureka's got to be better against mono red with my deck. And we have the Soul Ring. That's what I was hoping for. Huge. Guaranteed turn 3 Gargaroth. Can I cast turn 2 Gargaroth? Soul Ring. If I play Hierarch, then Soul Ring nets me a mana. No, there's no way. I'm going to play it like this. This way, if I draw Eureka, I'm in good shape. Oh my gosh. If I had played Hierarch, I could have cast a turn 2 Gargaroth, because then I would have the extra green mana, but currently I'm just short of green. That's so unfortunate. Oh, that would have been crazy. So I'm going to block 100% if they give me the chance. I will block the Bloodthirsty adversary. Sure. Hoping this is good enough now. I'm holding out for a gargoyle through the edge of the night. Gotta be strong, gotta be fierce, gotta be gaining some life. Gaining some life. Boom, boom, dun, dun. Who needs kitchen things? Let's sing it with me. Dun, 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 dun. Where have all the good beasts gone, and where are all the cards? I'm just sitting here gaining life, ignoring all the other modes. Isn't there a white knight? Nope, that's a monk. Dang it. Well, see you in the next round. Welcome to the final round. Winning the die roll. All is right with the world. We have a keeper on our hands. Let's go. Hierarch. To the rescue. Then we can cast... Ooh, black-red. Well, that's a good draw. Let's just say that was a good draw. Quite strong of a draw. It was a good draw. This is our turn too. And they are playing a Boros Signet, and we're going to have a Hornet Queen in play. Exalted. And we are out of cards. We have officially, that was probably one of the best starts our deck could have. We even got the full value off of the Oracle, filtering through our draw. It's going to be hard for them to win this one. Let's just say that. We have 6 power in the air. Spread across 5 bodies. Oh my god. Vintage Cube is so dumb sometimes. It's like they're just trying to play a normal game. I mean, they could have a board sweeper and then we're just toast. Just completely toasted if they have a board sweeper, but still. Like, what happened? Oh, they have a board sweeper. Oh no. Oh no. No! We flew too close to the sun. Oh. Okay. That's fair. Next turn we're going to play the Augur. We'll only have 3 different powers, but we'll be able to play lands off the top again. Actually, we could do crazy Augur shenanigans where we play Augur, only attack with the Hornet Queen, so that we have a 3-power creature. Oh, 3 or more creatures with different powers. Oh, we're fine. Gosh, maybe they'll win. They had the answers. They still have to deal with a lot of little guys, though. Like, they need a sweeper, pretty much. Doesn't even have to be that good of a sweeper. Any sweeper will do. If they cast Emrakul, they also win. Karn. Okay, that's not good enough. You can have Xander's Lounge. I don't want to give them a cantrip. Okay, they're cycling it anyway. Perfect. So we cost them a couple mana on the cycle. Boom! We got the win. So they have Mana Drain, Kolaghan's Command, Karn, ramping stuff. Yeah, we can run it back. We can run it back. We're up a game in the final. Power. Phenomenal cosmic power. Itty bitty living space. Oh, no, 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 no. You're presumably going to have a lot of sideboard cards because they're playing so many colors. Okay, we will keep this. It needs to draw some payoffs, but we have them in the deck for a reason, and we have our Gaia's Cradle and an Ancient Tomb. Sure, Grim Monolith. They are off to a blazing start as well. Yikes. I'm going greedy by playing this Gaia's Cradle right now. But I just want to have it, I think. They're probably going to... Oh, no, they're not. They have a lot of artifacts, but not a lot of lands. Ooh. Oh. I just need to draw a big spell now. Got everything else online. We know they're drawing lands for a couple turns. Yep, they were going to untap their Monolith. They're drawing another land here. They have plenty of mana to do whatever they want, though. That is a fine card to draw. Okay. I forgot they had that. Being 100% honest. But I guess if that's how they're spending their turn, I'm okay with it for now. That was bad, though. Should not have done it that way. Kind of afraid of mana drain, TBH. Sure. I think Thradcus is better than an average draw from my deck. So I am going to keep it. Oh no. Emrakul. No! They got me. Okay. So they're definitely not bringing in Eureka. I think we just run it back. Scoos doesn't seem particularly relevant against them. Just hope for a fast start with a big top end payoff before they can get their mana under them. They have a bunch of artifacts, but I don't think bringing Knight of Autumn is worth it still. Just because we're so heavy green. Yep, we're going to keep this. Acidic Slime is one of our best cards here. And this is not the best, but it's fine. And we can just jam Acidic Slime to take out one of their key artifacts. Hopefully we draw something this turn. If we draw Soul Ring, that would be the best draw in our deck, obviously. They're holding up Mana Drain, so I didn't really want to cast something into that anyway. Mox Diamond, okay. Power Stone, and they're tapped out. Perfect. Slime them. I would not have minded getting down a Whisperwood Elemental, but cutting them off from 2 mana with 1 card seems pretty big. Also, I don't think they have a land in their hand, because they played the Mox Diamond without playing a land. Balance. Ouch. So that's probably going to beat me. Wrecked. Dang it. They don't have a land, though. Not my best draw. Dang it. Balance is not fair. Jeez, I'm so disappointed. We were going to be totally fine. We were going to win, and then they just balanced me, and I can't win now. Oh, never mind. We're back on the menu. Winning is an option again. Yay. So then I can get my Whisperwood down. Problem is, Duretti's just going to kill my guys. Piecemeal, take them out. They may have Mana Drain, I think. Oh, no, they don't. Interesting. This way, even if they kill it, I'm left with a guy, and I'm hoping to draw a land so I can play Hornet Queen, because that can really start dealing with the Duretti. Through the breach. Oh, you're kidding me. That's so brutal. Well, that's how Vintage Cube goes. I don't think I could have done literally anything this game. If I draw a land this next turn and can play Hornet Queen, maybe I have an out, but it's doubtful. Wow, and they get to get it back. And then they just get to kill my guy. I'm just going to concede. Brutal. Gosh, so they had balance and then a crazy reanimator combo to just decimate me. Oh, that's so painful. If I'd had one more turn before they cast balance, I think I could have won. Maybe. I don't even know. If I'd cast Whisperwood Elemental instead, I would have had some pressure, but they would have had a Warm Power Stone, so I think I still would have gotten creamed. Oh my gosh. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Anyway, if you made it all the way till the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag monogreenmachine to let me know you made it to the end of the video. Remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe for more content, check out the Patreon if you'd like to support my content, linked in the description down below. And that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.